Hello, everybody. What's going on? This is Andrew, and today I want to play this Green White Festival deck. um, there's no other reason that I'm playing this deck. I don't think it's particularly strong, but I do think it's super fun, and I played it a bit before Crimson Vow came out, and it was great. I was winning a lot with it. It's a really fun and different deck in Standard, so I want to give it a shot in now that Crimson Vow has released. I'm not adding any Crimson Vow cards to the deck. I don't think that there's anything from Crimson Vow that's particularly good in this build. But the main thing that this deck is trying to do is use its 2 drops to ramp into your Yasharn or your Chariot and just kind of keep the ground and keep the battlefield stable while you keep making land drops and making your way up towards Storm Festival. Now, this card has been kind of hit and miss for a lot of players, but I think ultimately people have decided that it's a pretty decent card, especially since it ramps you to its own flashback. So it can hit lands and put lands into play, which means that you're closer to casting it again. So at the very, very, very least, you're just going to cast this again in 2 turns or whatever. So in this deck in particular, Storm of Festival's been really great, especially because it can hit Felidar Retreat. Now, Felidar Retreat's a really powerful effect that's really slow to get going. But once it gets going, this card can completely take over the game. So with Storm of the Festival, we can put these into play for free, we can get lands, and then we can cast the flashback. And everything kind of works really nicely together. Amaria's Call makes an appearance here as a 4 of. It's a really powerful land and spell that we can cast later as we hit land drops. We don't have any sweepers in the 75 because our stuff will always get bigger than our opponent's stuff in the long run. And if we're not... if we get to a point where a sweeper would be good, but the battlefield looks crappy, that means that we were probably going to lose the game anyways. But if we can get to the late game, we will always outmuscle other creature decks. So we don't need sweepers. We just need a couple of pieces of spot removal. Some artifact and enchantment removal. Toski helps us grind a little bit. More Yasharns, because Yasharn is good against treasures. So any of our opponents who are relying on treasures, Yasharn is pretty good to help slow them down. Curse of Silence, obviously good against the blue-red decks in the format. I've got a single copy of Froghemoth here, mostly because I like the card and because it eats people's graveyards. So against anyone that's using the graveyard, even the blue-red decks, Froghemoth can be good because it eats their flashback cards. And then Redain helps slow control opponents down, and like I said, we've got the portable holes. That's what this deck is. It's really straightforward, but it's tons of fun to play, and I'm going to hopefully show it off a little bit today. So let's get into a few matches. Alright, getting into our first match of Standard, and this is also my first match of Standard since the ranked reset. So, down in gold, working my way back up. I think this hand's a keep. We've got things to do early. We can ramp up towards Storm the Festival. I'll lead on Lotus Cobra probably and see if I can make something cool happen there. White-black Snowland, so I would guess we're playing against one of the white-black, sacrifice decks. Professor's good in the sacrifice decks because you get value off of it right away. So we'll run out Cobra here. If Cobra gets to survive, we get to go double Prosperous Innkeeper next turn. And then Storm the Festival the following turn. Cool. They have nothing to do but environmental sciences. Maybe they have like Eye Twitch now or something. Yeah. Shambling Ghast. Ooh, second Cobra. So I can go land. Huh. I can go land make mana, have 4 mana, and then go like Cobra plus Innkeeper. Or I can just go Cobra plus Innkeeper. I think I'm going to do Cobra plus Innkeeper. We'll make green, Innkeeper. And then, am I using this treasure to play another Innkeeper? I don't think so. I think I'm just chilling here. It's a pretty explosive start for us. Our opponent did mulligan, so the chances that they have exactly what they want is a little lower. Hoping they just don't sweep us. Cool. We get to go off. We get to play Maria's Call as a land. Oh, they can take a Maria's Call. Let's see if they do it. Oh no, taking a Maria's Call doesn't work. They just have to take a Storm the Festival. And they have a Night Twitch, sure. So Tangled Florahedron works, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think I'll just play the Florahedron. Trigger. Green, Storm. Oh, we get Ren N7 and a Seekis Chariot? That's pretty good. Make a Tree Folk. No attacks, go. That was a pretty good Storm of the Festival. Sure. We're in for a long game, but we have the advantage.
A gift in exchange for loyalty.
My turn. Plus the Ren N7. Find some lands. They have a Faceless Haven, but we do have this Field of Ruin. So we can cast a Maria's Call this turn. This, we make 2 4/4s, and all of our creatures gain indestructible. If we do that, I want to attack. They'll kill one of my Lotus Cobras. I think that's probably fine. So I'll play Farmland, make white mana. Crew Chariot. Cast a Maria's Call. Go to combat. I guess the cat's gonna attack too, huh? I'll just go upstairs, I think. I could attack Lolth, but that would take a lot to figure out, so I'm just attacking them. They have an easy chump block with a Shambling Ghast to kill one of my Lotus Cobras. And Twitch could chump block something too. Sure. Get in for a little bit of damage. probably give one of my Cobras -1/-1. Yep.
Subservient, we will slay our enemies.
And they get to learn. Oh, they just grabbed a pest summoning? They didn't even want, like, mascot exhibition? Okay. So Lolth can draw them a card and lose life, or make... Okay. Make spiders and die, so they didn't want to kill Lolth.
Vicious minds.
If I draw another land, I could use Ren's 0 to cast another Storm of the Festival this turn. Oof, okay. Fell Stinger is cool in this deck. It's a powerful card. Yep.
Aren't I generous?
Yep. They can't really attack. This has indestructible, it'll block. Yep. Ooh, Felidar Retreat. Okay, I'm just gonna do that this turn. So we'll plus Ren again. Draw a bunch of lands. Cast Felidar Retreat.
Every seed contains great potential.
Hmm. Yeah, I think I am gonna crew Chariot. I'm not attacking with it, but I'm crewing it just so it gets a +1/+1 counter. Then I'll play the Prosperous Innkeeper. My Angels can attack. I don't really want to throw this Chariot away. Maybe I should attack with the Chariot. No, I'll just do the Angels for now. They're just going block. Sure.
Aren't I will cull the weak.
So, Lolth's -8 says you get an emblem with whenever an opponent is dealt combat damage or one or more of your creatures. If we lost less than 8 life this turn, we lose 8. Okay. Lolth is going to be under pressure next turn, so I'm not super worried about it. Our opponent still doesn't have good attacks. Oh, unless they're sweeping the board. If they have a sweeper, then this attack makes sense. Yeah, I will block like this. Oh, I guess this lets them alt Wolf.
I will get what I want.
They could have done it anyways, though. If they have a sweeper, they can sweep and then alt Wolf. And if they do... Oh, just Meat Hook for 5? Yeah. I mean, that's pretty good, but I get to keep my Tree Folk token. And now Lolth is dead. Okay, just make 2 spiders? Sure.
This one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can storm the festival this turn. First things first, we'll make a tree.
Trees can fight their own battles.
Crew chariot. Play a land. Give them +1/+1 in vigilance. Combat. Attack Lolth. Yep.
How do what I demand.
They have these faceless havens, but I'm not really scared about them. Maybe I should be. Maybe I should just, like, play Innkeeper pass. Yeah, I'll just do that. I'm going to play Innkeeper and pass. With Field of Ruin, I can get an instant speed activation on this Felidar Guardian. If I need to.
We will slay our enemies.
If they don't do anything, I'm not gonna do that, but sure. And Edgar Charmed Rune, yep. I think I start with Storm the Festival. Okay, let's storm and see. If I hit a Ren, I'm going to want to get Ren. So maybe I should use this Ren's ability first. To put the extra land into play. No, I'm just going to storm first. Hit Elite Spellbinder and a land. And actually, Lair of the Hydra is fine. Yeah, we'll go +1/+1. I forgot to turn on Chariot. Oh, sweet. Crew Chariot. Land. Give everything +1/+1. Plus, find more lands. I didn't even find a land, but I did kind of draw a card. Okay, I'm ignoring Lolth now. Lolth doesn't matter. I have massive tree folk. And that's how I'm going to win this game. And everything always has vigilance thanks to Felidar Retreat, so... And for the next 3 turns at least, I'm just going to get the best 2 cards off the top of my deck. So, yeah, I mean, I I still think this game is won. It's just a matter of time at this point. Our opponent can't draw extra cards with Lolth because they need the blockers. And eventually I'll get more creatures than they can deal with. Especially if Meat Hook's their only sweeper, if they don't have Blood on Snow anymore.
I will. A gift. Aren't I generous?
Yep, your turn.
I bring my own army.
So this can kill one of my things. But they have to sacrifice a creature to do it. Yep, they're just making spiders.
My will cannot be denied.
And... are they going to kill Felidar Retreat with Rite of Oblivion? That would be funny. Have I seen another one? Yeah, there's one. Or there are two in the graveyard from Ren pluses. Okay. They can cast this twice this turn. Now. Don't know what they do with it, but they can cast it twice. If I don't want to storm, I could also just Amaria's Call. Yeah, they're going to get my Felidar Retreat. Okay.
I will cull the wind.
But they got rid of one of their blockers. Now they have 3 blockers. They have 4 blockers if they turn on the Faceless Haven, so block, 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 block. They take 3, 5, 7. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Maria's Call here. Oh. Yeah. Should have crewed the chariot first. It's fine. It doesn't really matter. Cool. Our opponent decided they were done. Against black-white control, I think... does Froghemoth do anything? Takes cards out of their graveyard. I don't know if this matters. I'm looking at the Yasharn. Because they pay life and sacrifice things. Redain would slow them down, but I don't know. I guess Redain might be better than Spellbinder. Because Spellbinder dies to, like, Shambling Ghast and stuff. Let's try that. I'll cut all the Spellbinders, put in 2 Redain, and run it like this. I don't think I want to make any other changes to the top end. They're really slow. If they're spending removal down at the bottom, that means they're not putting pressure on us, and then we'll win the late game. So that's what I want to do. Keep it the same. And that first game really, really showed off what I was talking about with this deck just always winning the late game, right? Like, that time we had the Ren and 7 plus Asika's Chariot for infinite turns. But there are games where you don't have that going and you just have Felidar Retreat, multiple Felidar Retreats, and then you just, like, make a token on one, put counters on everything else, and just your board gets massive anyways. And it looks like our opponent doesn't quite know what to do with us. And that's fair. I wouldn't know what to do with this either. I think this deck's really, really fun. And it has good matchups against a decent amount of the field, but I think that mono white might be a little fast for it. And I think that the blue red decks might be better in the late game. That being said, I've beaten both of those decks with this one off stream or off video, you know what I mean? So it's doable, but I don't know how doable it is. I'm going to keep this hand. Yeah, this is a deck I'd want to work on if I had like a standard event coming up. I like how this deck plays, and I think it's doing something unique and different enough that you can catch people off guard with it. Okay, Shambling Ghast. We'll lead on Cave. Then, because we found the land... So, I really want to play the Lotus Cobra next turn. I don't think it's the right thing to do. I think it's probably better just to play Innkeeper, because this is guaranteed value. Am I trading here? Do I want to give them a treasure? Not really. Okay, they have Elite Spellbinder, but that's kind of fine. Because I have 2 4-drops I want to play. Yeah, they took Chariot, which is fine. So now I can go Cobra, but playing land after Cobra doesn't actually do anything for me. Oh, yes it does. I can go Cobra plus Redain this turn. No, yeah, I like that. Yeah, I think this is good. Oh, I guess Innkeeper should have attacked there. Okay. Second Spellbinder takes that away. But I can play it next turn? So it doesn't super matter? Yeah, I think I do want to trade here. Ooh. Oh no, I can't play it this turn. I have to wait one more turn. Alright, we'll play the Felidar Retreat we just drew. And then next turn we can use the Lotus Cobra to play Chariot. We'll make a cat. And we'll be pretty happy. Really would just want to keep drawing lands at this point. Almost have enough lands to make Cave of the Frost Dragon, block the Spellbinder. Yeah, everything's looking fine. Did we see Spellbinders from them in the first game? Yeah, I guess we did, huh? The fact that they have Spellbinders makes me want to keep my Spellbinders in a little bit more to block. I have Ren in 7, but being able to block is nice. Yep. Lair of the Hydra. So we'll go Forest, make a 2/2, make mana. Chariot. Make a 2/2, make mana, play Chariot. Make more, or gain life. Still no attacks. I want Cobra for at least one more turn. And then I think next turn I'll be ready to give it up. Because I have 5 mana right now. I can play the land, get the 6th mana to play this other Felidar Retreat. Oh, well. There we go. We knew that could have happened at any point in time, so the fact that we got so many turns with Cobra is pretty nice. Uh-huh. Okay, they are attacking, which means they're not planning on blocking. Oh, and they're not casting this. I have a feeling that this chariot's gonna die. So let's make sure we do this in the right order. We'll play Ren in 7. Make a tree folk.
Trees are old, uprooted trees. They prepare for war.
Tree folk cruise chariot. Oh. Okay. Play land, give everything +1/+1 in vigilance, and attack. And then at this point, anything's a good draw. Lands are good draws, spells are good draws. If they attack Ren in 7 with their Spellbinder, that's fine. Okay, putting more bodies on the board makes sense. They probably feel like they have to kill Ren, right? If they don't... Oh, if they don't. I'm just gonna draw a bunch of lands, though. I have double Felidar Retreat?
Rich soil grows mighty forests.
I'll play Plains, and so now I want to, with the first one, do this, with the second one, do this. Yeah, I did it right. And we'll just send with the squad. Our opponent's going to have a really hard time beating double Felidar Retreat with the board we have right now. They need an actual sweeper. Meat Hook's not good enough from here. And the cool thing about Ren in 7 is that Ren in 7's not even the problem anymore, right? Like, they can kill Ren in 7. But they've still got my board to deal with, which includes a couple creature lands down here. Yeah. Sweet. We did it. We beat black-white control mid-range, whatever you want to call that, sacrifice black-white deck. And it wasn't particularly close either. At no point in either of those games were we under any real pressure, so we just got to set up, get our stuff set up, and go about our business. And that's the power of this deck. Awesome. Alright, getting into a second match with this green-white deck. The first match took a long time, hoping this one's a little quicker, but this is what I signed up for, playing a late-game green-white deck. So this hand can play Spellbinder on 3. Is that good enough? You know what? I think I'm going to keep it, but this is not a hand I like keeping. So let the record show that I'm upset about this keep, but I think it's fine. Our opponent's on green red werewolves, and I get to make it nighttime for them right now. That's great. Not a great start. Didn't find any of our 2-drops with the 2 draws we had, which isn't like the most unlucky thing in the world, but it's not the best either. Yep, and they just go straight into Chariot. Right on time, Lotus Cobra. We'll run out Spellbinder here, but I'm guessing Spellbinder's too late to do much of anything. I mean, I'll take the removal spell and die to the rest of their hand, I think. They found the land off the top so they can play the Ulvenwald Oddity. Crew Chariot with the 2/2/2s. Yep. Spellbinder's gonna block Lord of Ulvenwald. Take a bunch of damage. And then just die, I think? Oh, they can play the Sentinel too? Sure. Yep. Cool. Well, I said that hand might not work out, and it didn't. So, there we go. Gotta win the next 2. So we want Portable Holes and Outline Liberators because we saw Chariot and Ranger class. Toski. Do I want Toski here? I don't think so. Yasharn is nice in creature matchups because it's a big pig. And it's got good power and toughness. But it's kind of not great because its ability doesn't do anything. I mean, it always draws you cards, which is good. I don't think the Spellbinders are particularly good here. Then I need another trim. One of the innkeepers, maybe? I want to make sure I have a 2-drop, because I want an explosive draw. Maybe I'll trim a retreat and put another pig in. Yeah, we'll try this. I think that's fine. Sideboarding with this deck is tough, because most of the cards are pretty important. We'll go first. Yeah. I mean, this could be great. I'm not sure if I go Innkeeper or Florahedron on 2. I think I'll go Florahedron because if they're killing it on their second turn of the game, that's fine with me. Ooh. New plan? Is Lotus Cobra the new plan? Yes. It is. Arena is giving my opponent priority there because it thinks you can activate Lair of the Hydra. You can't. It's illegal to do, but Arena doesn't understand that, so. Ooh, okay. So I found the portable hole, so I could just hold this turn. Or I can Chariot. I think I'm just casting a Chariot here. I will block with my 2/2/2s on their pack leader if they want to attack. And then Florahedron might be a land this turn. They're fighting Lotus Cobra. Crew Chariot. So they don't attack. So here I'm playing Florahedron as a tap land. I'm holding this, and I'm attacking with Chariot. Seems okay. I guess I'll attack first. They're not going to block, but if they block, that would be okay. Ooh, I could get a treasure? Yeah, I'll double my treasure so I can storm next turn. This game's looking much better than the first. Shock Chariot, yep. Okay, I did hit a land. But am I playing this as a land? I probably should. Could also just storm first and see what I hit. Let's do that. We came here to storm the festival. We're storming the festival. We have an Outland Liberator. We have 2 of them. So we'll take Renin 7 and an Outland Liberator. Yeah, it seems good. I'll shock this in, make a Tree Folk. Crew my Chariot. Go to combat. These things attack. Copy that. And this game's basically over now. What? That was weird. Not sure why they did that. Oh, they have backup Chariot anyways? Sure. Now what? They could attack their 2 cats in to put pressure on Ren, but that's not super great for them. Yeah, just do nothing. Plus Ren. No lands, huh? Okay. Crew Chariot. Because I don't mind attacking my Chariot in, since I also have a backup Chariot. So we'll Crew Chariot, attack with Chariot, and the 2 Tree Folk. Make a copy of Tree Folk again. Play Amaria's Call, and then play another Chariot. I guess I should have played my land first to make them 6/6s, but if they want a Crew Chariot, it doesn't matter. 5 is lethal. So they can Crew Chariot, trade Chariot, and then go chump chump. And have 2 2/2s left over. Think that's the best they can do? They're thinking long and hard, long and hard about it, but I think that's the best they can do. Oh no, they didn't turn on Chariot? Just block, block, block. Okay. Then I'm just passing. I guess it makes it nighttime now, because I'm not casting Chariot, but... Okay. So they've got red and 7, they can make a Tree Folk.
From root to canopy.
But then what? Are they crewing Chariot? Okay. I mean, this isn't how you win the game. Yeah. Block. My turn? What? No lands?
Power grows with tender care.
Okay. It doesn't matter. Kill you. I really wanted to show off there and play Maria's Call, but Ren plus twice and hit 0 lands. That's got to be a first, right? I'm gonna go down in the record books for that. I mean, that was great. The Liberator did what I wanted it to. Yeah, I think I just hit done. Things can get so out of control for this deck so easily. It's a lot of fun. Okay. Waiting on our opponent here. We'll keep this. It, again, has the chance to be slow. Oh, they just played their Spikefield Cave? Well, I hope they regret that. Okay. Same start as the first game. Don't kill my guy, please. Please, no murder. Okay, they're just getting aggro, which is a little scary. Because we might just lose before we have a chance to do anything. But... yeah. Okay, so next turn we get to make a 4/4 and a 2/2. Yeah, big attacks. They might even be able to use this mana to do something post-combat. Come on, you have nothing else. Nothing else. My deck heard me talking about how Ren didn't hit lands last game, and it was like, oh, here you go. What you got? What you got, Ellet? No. I don't have a 3-mana thing I can do. That's not true. I can use Field of Ruin to get another 2/2. Make a 2/2. Make mana. Now I can use Field of Ruin to get another 2/2. Stop it. Okay. Shields up. Well, this is not great. Let's see where they put the +1/+Os here. And how they attack. I might be going to 2 here, which is scary. But might be okay. So I'm just going to 5. If I block like this. Or I'm taking 5, going to 3. Yeah, I think this is how I block. Gotta get their creatures off the battlefield. Chariot's a nice draw, though. So we can go... land, make a 2/2. And then, am I playing Chariot to make 2 more 2/2s? Or am I just playing Ren and 7? I think I play Chariot. Oh, come on. Just needed them to whiff for a turn. Now I'm dead. Well, I don't know if I'm literally dead. I might be. That Chariot was the perfect top deck. I just needed them to hit lands for one more turn. And I could have maybe come back. But this is going to be too much for me to come back from. So if I turn on Chariot, I can block, and I die. So I can't even turn on Chariot. I just have to go block. And go to 1. And now they have 5 lethal attackers. I can't put 5 bodies on board. I don't think. That makes it 2/2. Yeah. Close though. Yasharn can get me 2 basics. And Ren can put a bunch of lands on the battlefield. But I don't have enough mana to do all of it. Yep, and we're dead.
They prepare for war.
Darn, we almost were able to turn the corner there. We were really close, but it wasn't quite enough. So we saw the power of this deck, and we saw some of its limitations too. It doesn't deal super well with other really, really aggressive starts. But as long as the opponent doesn't have like a blistering fast start, we can usually keep up and be okay. Maybe there do need to be some sweepers somewhere in this deck, but it gets awkward because we're putting so many creatures on the battlefield ourselves. So I'm not sure. I don't know where they fit in. I think we just need to hope that our opponents don't get as lucky as that last opponent did, peeling the Chariot there. I really think that we would have turned the corner had they found nothing or just any card that wasn't as good as Chariot right there. So that's this deck. Definitely give it a shot. It's powerful. It wins games. It wins matches. It does everything you want a competitive deck to do. It needs a little bit more work to be like top tier, but I wouldn't be embarrassed to show up at an event with this deck. I think it's a lot of fun to play, and it's got some good stuff going for it. So that's going to be it from me. I hope you've enjoyed this journey down green white lands with me. Have a great day, and I will catch you next time.